Alright, John Oaks here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location, and today I'm going to go over with you the latest addition to our inventory, and this is a 1967 Mercury Cougar XR7. So as you can see, our Cougar that we have here is done in the Burgundy exterior here. Again, the paint is in good shape on this car, smooth, shiny all the way around. As far as all the bright work, the bumpers, all the trim, of course all your moldings, wheel covers, all of that, that's all in really good condition on this car. Again, chrome bumpers, you've got the wheel lip moldings here. Now these wheel lip moldings on this car are all brand new, so you know those are in great condition right now. As far as the wheel covers here, again, these are the Ford style wheel cover. We know that, but again, they do look good on the car. Then of course you have your side molding here all the way down the sides here. Again, that's all in good shape too. Now as far as the fitment of your door panels and so forth, door panel fitment is really decent on this car. Again, your gaps on the front side as well as the back side, very uniform front to back. And then as far as your elevations, those are dead on too on this car. Again, that looks really nice. And your body lines all match up. So all in all, fitment and look and everything, all is very good. Now again, this car has the mirrors on it, just looking over. We do have both driver and passenger side mirrors. The chrome's in good shape on these. The glass is in good shape too. There's no breaks or cracks or chips or anything in that. Same thing can be said for the glass in the side windows. Your vent window, wing window up there, as well as your quarter window here too. Again, no chips or cracks in any of the glass. All of your bright work and moldings around all of the glass is in really good shape too. Now you can also see on here, we've got the Burgundy vinyl top too. And I always like to do this, I always like to feel down in this rain gutter here. Make sure that it feels nice and smooth all the way back around the edges too on the back of your window here, to make sure everything's smooth, and it is. So again, no bumps or anything that I can feel in anything underneath this vinyl top. It's got the bright drip rail moldings on it too, and again, those are nice and straight all the way around. Now we will go ahead and open our door up. We'll take a look at that interior. So you'll notice it does have the bucket seats up front, bench in the back. It's got full seat belts, front and rear. Of course, everything in here all done in the Burgundy. So door panels, carpet, headliner, seat upholstery, all of that, all Burgundy. Factory dash, it even has the factory 120 mile an hour speedo and factory 6,000 RPM tack in there as well. A little bit of wood grain trim on the dash and up there on your, looks like a little bit there on the steering wheel, but all of that again is all factory stuff. So that is your interior. Now your weather stripping here along the edge of where the glass fits, that's all in great shape. Your quarter window seals, same thing. Those are all in great condition on this car. So we'll close this up. Again, the door shuts nice and easy on this car. Now again, going back to the wheels and tires, these are 14-inch factory steel wheels on this car with the wheel hubcaps there. And again, on the tire sizes, we've got 205 70/14s on the front, 225 70/14s on the rear. Now as we come around the rear of the car, you're going to notice our trunk lid fitment here. Really nice on this car. Your gaps around the trunk lid, very nice. Elevations with your quarter panels, same thing, really good there. As far as the rear glass, again, no chips or cracks on it. And your bright work, your trim around there, that's all in good condition. Of course, you've got the Mercury script logo here. You've got the Cougar here right in the center. And again, this does flip up so that you can access the trunk, which we'll get to that here in just a minute. Nice chrome rear bumper here. Of course, you've got those Cougar tail lights back here. And then down below, we can see that we do have that slash cut exhaust tips down there too for the exhaust to exit out the rear of the car. So let's go ahead and open up our trunk. We'll take a look inside. So obviously you can see that the trunk lock and key all work. Your hinges and springs, those are all in working order too. As you can see, it's holding everything up on its own. Underside of the trunk done in the same Burgundy exterior paint as the rest of the car there. Of course, inside you've got a nice trunk mat, full-size spare with spare tire cover also. You've also got a full set of floor mats here that you can utilize. We always leave them out just so we can show you the condition of the carpeting there. But again, as far as your trunk, the lip here all the way around, that's in good condition. Weather stripping all the way around here. This, I believe, is all new. Again, you're not going to find any pieces torn out of it. It's not chunked out. Nice and soft the whole way around, so it's going to seal up really good for you. We'll close that. Again, it shuts easy. And now we'll continue around the passenger side. And again, all your panels nice and straight there. You've got the Cougar emblems there on your quarter panel. As we come forward, again, you're going to notice all the same stuff. The wheel covers, your wheel lip moldings, the vinyl top, again, in good condition all the way around. All of your drip rail moldings and such. Now you'll see our gaps here on the passenger side too. Same thing we saw on the other side. Real nice gaps on this. The elevations are really good too, and again, all your body lines all match up. The moldings down the side of the car, again, same thing. Nice condition. Again, your mirrors, those are all in great shape. Glass, free of any chips or cracks. Let's go ahead and look in from this side now. And again, you're just going to notice the upholstery, no rips or tears in the seat covers that I can see. Again, the dash pad up top, it's in good shape. There's no rips or tears in that. It is an older dash pad, but again, for the overall condition of the car, everything's in great shape. Car also has speakers back in the package tray area so that you can listen to your radio. Again, as you can see, the door shuts nice and easy on the passenger side too. As we come forward, again, you're just going to notice, again, nice straight panels all the way around on this car. Now we get to the front end of the Cougar. So we've got the stock steel hood for this. All of your elevations and gaps on your hood are very good on this too. Again, this is just your stock Cougar hood. You've got the front grille here that kind of gives it its character. Again, this has the hideaway headlights on it. It's got a nice chrome front bumper on it too. You can see the Mercury script emblem over here, along with the Cougar badging down there on that flip up cover for the headlights. Your windshield, again, it's in good shape. Tinted at the top there, and again, all of your bright work, your trim around the window is in good shape. Now we're going to go underneath the hood, and just bear with me for a second till I figure out how to open this. Let's see. There we go. I found it. So we'll raise the hood up, and now we'll get to talk about what's underneath here. First and foremost, you'll see the condition of the underside of the hood. It's all in really good shape. Again, steel hood, all painted the same color as the exterior of the car. Of course, the engine compartment here, all blacked out here as it should be. And then we get to the motor itself. Now this is a, I believe from the numbers we ran on it, I believe it's a 65 to 89 motor here. It's got the chrome Edelbrock air cleaner on it. It also has the Holley 650 4-barrel carburetor on it. For the intake, that's your stock cast intake for the 4-barrel. Of course, your ignition on the car, stock distributor, it has been upgraded with the wires here. We've got 8.5mm plug wires. We do have a updated coil in there too as well. Now this car is power brake and power steering. Now the brakes, it is 4-wheel drum though, but again, it does stop very well for being a 4-wheel drum brake car. You also see it's got the chrome valve covers on it, chrome fan shroud, factory style radiator in there too. As far as the exhaust on this car, we've got the stock cast exhaust manifolds on it, emptying out into dual 2-inch exhaust all the way back. And I think I'm pretty sure this had the Flowmaster mufflers on it, so again, it should give it a nice throaty sound to the motor there. And again, the motor's a really good running motor too. It's actually really peppy for one of these 289s. So again, that's it. You've got a 4-blade steel fan in there for your cooling purposes. All your heater lines and such are all hooked up there too. So again, a good all-around car here. Now behind this motor, we have, it's a C5 automatic transmission. From what I understand, the C4 and the C5 pretty much the same transmission. It's just the C5 was just a slightly updated version of that. And then of course for the rear end, we've got a 8-inch rear end back there, a 278 gear ratio in there. So again, it'll be a nice driver car. The gear's not going to rev you up too much while you're out running around, or even if you get up on the highway to do a little bit longer trip, it's going to be a good gear for that too. So that's pretty much it for going around the outside of our car and taking a look at the interior, trunk, and now under the hood. So now what we'll do for you is we'll get you on the lift, we'll go through the underside of this car, and then finally we'll fire this motor up for you and let you hear exactly what it sounds like. Alright, so we are underneath our 1967 Mercury Cougar right now. We're going to go through, just as we do all of our other vehicles, we're going to go over steering, suspension, brakes, frame, floors, exhaust, and drive line while we're under here, just as we do all of our other vehicles. So we're going to start up front here. We're going to go over the suspension here. So you've got your typical front suspension. This is all pretty much all stock stamped steel components. Your upper and your lower control arms on the car, that's what you've got here. You do have a sway bar up front here, the frame mount bushings, as well as your sway bar end link bushings. Those are all in really good condition on this car. Of course, it's the strut rod style front suspension too, so you do have your struts going from the lower control arms here up to the frame. And again, all your bushings there, those are all in good shape too. They're not split out or dry rotted or cracked or anything. They look good. Ball joints and upper and lower control arms, those all look well maintained and greased also. The steering, your tie rods, same thing here. All of your ball joints on all 4 ends there are all in good shape. Rubber dust boots are intact, keeping the grease in, keeping dirt and debris out, and again, greased and maintained. Now, as far as the steering here and the braking on the car, we do have power on both of those. So power steering, and again, just your stock power steering unit here, and then of course power brakes. Now it is 4-wheel drum, but again, it still stops very, very well for being a 4-wheel drum brake car. As far as the drive line, let's go there next. Drive line on this car, according to the numbers that we have looked up on this motor, this is a 1965, this is a 289 cubic inch motor. Now right behind that, this is a C5 automatic transmission. So same thing basically as the C4, it's just been an updated version of it. So that is your C5 automatic transmission. The oil pan on the motor, as well as the transmission pan on this car, as far as giving them first looks underneath here, nice and dry, free of any drips or leaks that I can see. As we come back here, well, first of all, I want to mention that it does have the flywheel cover on the front of that transmission. So that's going to protect that flywheel from dirt and debris getting in there and possibly chipping a tooth off of it. As we come back here a little further, the transmission cross member here, that's nice and straight the whole way across. And again, the mount itself is in good condition. Your seal at the back of the transmission here in your tail shaft, that is free from any leaks or drips that I can see right now. Then continuing on, you've got your drive shaft. It is balanced. And then of course the rear end, this is an 8-inch Ford rear end. It's got a 278 gear ratio in it. Now for the rear suspension, since we're back here, we've got the multi-leaf rear suspension. We do have a set of, they're the non-adjustable coilovers for on the back end of the car as well. To finish up with a braking system, again I mentioned already, 4-wheel power drum brakes. It does have the emergency brake all hooked up too, so all front cables, intermediate cables, and of course the rear lines going back to the drum brakes, it is all hooked up and all functional on this car. Frame and floors on this car, actually it's really nice underneath here. The frame is good shape here, nice and straight as it comes back the sides here. The floors, I've looked them over, and I do not see where there's been any replacement panels or any patching really on the car. It all looks good. It does have a little bit of undercoating on it, and all of your drain plugs are all in the bottom of the floor here. Of course, you can see all the stamping lines in all the floors, so you can tell that it's all the correct metal. So again, yes, it does look pretty good as far as the floors go underneath here. Now your pinch welds back along the sides here, those are very straight the whole way back. Your rockers are in good condition too also in this car. Now, exhaust. It starts up at the motor, of course, with a set of stock cast exhaust manifolds. We've got the dual exhaust coming all the way back. As you can see, we've got a set of dual Flowmaster mufflers back here. And then we do have the correct style tailpipe too that goes up over top of the rear end housing. And then it exits out just right underneath the rear bumper here with a nice set of chrome slash cut exhaust tips back there as well. Now the fuel tank's in great shape here. It looks fairly new. There's no dents or dings in it. All your fuel lines and sending lines and everything, those all look to be in good shape. Of course, the mounting hardware, that all looks good too. And the trunk floor, from what we can see here as well, all looks to be good and solid, all one piece. Don't see any patching or repairs on that either. So that all looks well. So that is pretty much all on our Mercury Cougar here. Now wheels and tires, it does still have 14-inch steel wheels on it. It does have the hubcaps or the wheel centers, if whatever you want to call them there, that simulate the look of a steel chrome wheel. But again, that's just a hubcap, a wheel cover for it. As far as the tires go, the tread on these things is in great shape. They look fairly new. And the size on these are 205/70s on the front, and then 225/70s R14s on the back. Again, all 14-inch wheels, 14-inch tires. So that's it for underneath our Mercury Cougar. We're going to go ahead and let this car down off the lift now, go underneath the hood. We'll fire this motor up for you, let you hear exactly what it sounds like.